All right.
Check overnight 30 minute levels.
So let's do that here. Mm-hmm. All righty. All righty. Where is everybody this morning? Well, I tell you what, if I'd have been up at 11:30, I know that was the China vomit candle, but come into the single prints, the London high at the bottom of the range, boy, would that have been a good long. I wouldn't have survived the double tap, so I would have only captured 50% of that move, but that'd have been 10 points. That wouldn't have been too horrible. You know, in this move down last night, I was casually watching the chart, but if I was to have been trading, one of the markers that we look for, it takes a session high or a low. Let's come over here. Takes a session high or low, and then when it left this little fair value gap here and laddered beyond it, got under this strong level, laddered beyond it and got under the strong level. That would have been a short right there, right against that strong level at 51. But I wasn't trading, but I just wanted to make sure we pointed that out. That that 51 there, the retouch of that strong level, could have been a short. So that matched the criteria there to look at going short. And boy, that could have paid really, really nice. But I wasn't trading, so it doesn't matter. Wasn't trading, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to go back to a 10-minute chart here. Just tighten this thing up a little bit. I think the bull bear is really going to be important today. I think we get above that. We can target probably the overnight high. Um, if we go down, I'm not as interested today in perhaps being aggressive in a long, playing chess on a long like we did yesterday. I would really need to see it come on down here to this 59.09. That would be of real interest to me. That's a ways down there. And in fact, if we get under this strong level that we're about to hit again, that might represent a nice short with the stop on the other side of that strong level. But I would expect it to bounce off that 16. But it's 12 minutes to the opening. I'm not interested in probably doing anything. So it doesn't really matter what happens. If you miss a trade, you miss a trade. Who cares? There's another high probability trade around the corner. So we shall see. No overnight trades for me this morning. And boy, look at the range of the overnight session again. I meant to point this out in the AM briefing, but it's fine. 84 points. Wow. That's 4x the normal size. 4x the normal size. Crazy. And we got a red folder news event jobs at the Jolt's job report at the top of the hour. Excuse me, I'm still got a little freaking cough from this flu that we had. My wife is perfectly healed, so I'm right behind her. And then we have several FOMC speakers sprinkled throughout the day. So we'll look at that as it gets a little closer.
Daily reminder.
Ah, our daily reminder. Let's do our daily reminder. It's Tuesday. Daily reminder today, it has to do with our entries. Is it a clean, clear, crisp level? Has it been tested? Are you sure? If you're not sure if it's tested, make sure you do the training there in the Core Strategy Academy on is it tested? Do I have a backup level? Not that backup levels are required, but boy, I like backup levels because in my mind, it greatly increases the likelihood of having a profitable trade, having the gift of break even trade. So I really do like those backup levels. Just is it required? No, it's not, especially if you're with the trend, because if you're with the trend, nearly every entry works. But I do like to have backup bounce levels. You know, there was a trade that we talked about, I think it was yesterday or the other day, I forget, but it was a break level. And right behind the break level, 2 points away, was a backside. And you're like, man, it doesn't get any prettier than that. So, what distance is the ideal stop loss? Are you just going to randomly pick a point based stop loss? Not the end of the world. Um, but how far away is that ideal stop loss? What is the ideal stop loss? The ideal stop loss is where you're just wrong. Where you're just wrong. Remember, you can't control if a trade becomes a loser. You can only control how big of a loser it is. Know how far away the ideal stop loss is. Am I with trend? Am I with a parabolic trend? Am I counter trend? Am I counter a parabolic trend? That is so important. You know, one of our core tenets is
Shadow trader.
we don't counter parabolic moves. And if you're going to counter trend trade, do it small, if at all. Never add to a loser, never make things worse. Does this entry deserve full risk or should I dial it down? If you say I should dial it down, should you be taking the trade at all? You know, another entry reminder, I probably need to update this slide. Is it a pre planned entry? Did you map out this trade and go, if price does this, I'm doing that? If it's not a pre planned, mapped out trade, should you be entering it? Never ever just jump into a trade because you think, know, or have a hunch what price will do. Never ever. That's not a repeatable strategy. Be a disciplined sniper who waits patiently for their pre planned entry. I need to add that. Don't jump on the train nor anticipate breakouts. If you were a great breakout trader, I promise you, you wouldn't be here. I've This is a recovering breakout traders group, right? I can't tell you how many people have come to me and says, I've got to stop trading breakouts. Yeah, because that only happens twice a week. There's no need in it. Trade the ranges, trade the levels. And if you happen to be in the trade that breaks out, awesome. And how many ladders have we made? That's more important in the short side. I mean, after the third or fifth ladder on a short, there's no way I'm chasing a short. Now, if you're in a short covering move, you can ladder 15 times. This is a long market. It is very difficult to fade ES and trade counter to the moves. Shorts are like microwaves, longs are like ovens. And that's how I trade them. Man, did y'all see the leap competition? Somebody made $1 million or 500,000 or I forget now, some stupid number. And you go, what is going on? Like, seriously? I'm in the top 6%, but I am so far away from being in one of the top 250 positions that it's not even funny. Let's see what the top is right now on the leap. Yeah, $1 million. Guy made $1 million the first day of trading. Like, how do you compete with that? I mean, you know, it's just such big leveraging that, you know, that is crazy. I mean, look at that. This day one, somebody made $1 million. That's just crazy. Ah, TradingView is very picky about the number of connections you make. All right. Well, 5 minutes to the opening. Single prints are still intact until they're taken in the RTH session. That's why it's still sitting there. It's also that London high. It's a high time frame backside, but it's already bounced. I'm not interested in a long there. I would need it to come on further down and give us a reason to get long. Preferably, I'd love it to come on down to 59.09. We shall see. I have no clue if that'll happen. Above the bull bear line, I will not be shorting. One trader's opinion. The leap competition would get me gambling, so I'm not participating. Don't need. I agree, James. I mean, I look at that and I go, I was pretty aggressive yesterday, more aggressive than I am typically. But I like, okay, how do you compete with $1 million now on the first day? Like, it's just stupid. I mean, they should have. I don't know. I probably I'm gonna look for one or two entries a week where I'm like, okay, for example, the risk of short covering is high day. Okay. Like yesterday, the risk of short covering was high. We short covered. I'm just going to play it like that. Try to be consistent. Maybe you get in the top 50. Yeah. I think they made a mistake of not capping the, uh, how many contracts. I mean, I think you can do like 30 ES contracts or something. I mean, it just, all it does is promote gambling and bad behavior. And the problem with that is you get those dopamine hits, and you're trying to recapture that feeling. And it's probably not worth it. I was really disappointed to see my returns yesterday put me where it is. You did 100 contract trade yesterday. You did 100 ES contracts on the leap. Can you do that many? I didn't. I haven't even. Maybe I should try that today. If I think the only cap is your balance. Yeah, they should have made it more reasonable. I mean, it's pretty stupid. Oh well. What do you do? It matters not. Um, I'm just taking a peek at all the indices. They are still all in the upper distribution. Let's turn on our indicators here. Um, our day trading essentials indicator. I'm going to go ahead and turn that back off till we open. 2 minutes, guys. So that $1 million guy can blow it all on his second trade since yeah. If I was him, I wouldn't trade again. I think you got to trade 10 days, but if I was him, I would literally just keep it there. If someone beat me, okay, I'll try again. Guys, I'm going to be right back. And they're off. So we're all in the upper distribution. I'm not really, yesterday I was very strongly looking for longs. Today I am mixed on that. This little strong level here at 16, I think is kind of the intermediate bull bear line. We get under that 16 and retest it. I'm probably interested in a short. So we'll see how that works out. Should I do 100 ES contracts on the on the paper account? Like, it really doesn't even matter now. I mean, it's like crazy. Can you do 100 units? Well, Pappy said he did. That might be fun. Let's just set it there. It's funny. If you take 100 ES contracts on the retest of that strong level and you put it at your stop at the overnight low, it's only 148,000. The guy's up 1,000,000. Like, that's just nuts. News in 27 minutes. That's Jolt's job report. Like I said, I'm using the strong level here at 16 as kind of the bull bear line. I think we get underneath that, it could be a move south. Right now, the laddering up still has the bulls in control. So I'm using that 16 as the bull bear line. You got the London high here. Let's go ahead and mark that. It's the London overnight high. And then you got this here as the overnight high. Doubles. Once again, careful trading the first 6 minutes. So RTH didn't vomit price down based off the China tariffs. The overnight half back is a couple more points up from right here. Not that I'm shorting it, because I'm not. I'm not interested in the short at all. Up here, we would need to lose that 16, in my humble opinion. I'm just watching. Let me turn on this. 3-minute chart. Good. Still long NVIDIA from the alert yesterday. First 6 minutes is up. I'll move my stop up a little bit on my NVIDIA shares. All right. Capture a little bit more of that profit. So a little push down into the VWAP there. Nice push off of that. Still above that 16 strong level. Obviously laddering up for the entire London session, basically. So got to give bulls the tip of the hat. They are in control until proven otherwise. It's theirs to lose, is what I would say. It's theirs to lose. Are we going to, if we lose the opening and we lose VWAP and get under this strong level, I will be looking for a short. Failure to get the London high and then losing the opening, then losing VWAP and getting under the strong level. Yeah. I think we could target lower. But right now, we're laddering up. Hmm. 20 minutes to news. So is it going to get the London high? Then that 35.25 is next level I'm interested in. Failure to get the high here. If we come back through the opening, could be interesting. So the JOLTS is just the number of job openings during the reported month, excluding the farm industry. That is at the top of the hour. We're going to come back through the opening. So like I said, if we do not get this London high, we come back through the opening, lose VWAP, and get underneath this strong level, I will be looking to get short. But until that happens, by not getting the London high, I just think it shows the weakness of the bulls. We shall see. So far, there's no indication in the indices of weakness. So no anticipation trading, no prediction trading. Let's wait till we get something. Okay, failure to get the overnight high is the first check mark. Are we going to lose the opening? If you took that opening as a long, I don't blame you. Just be protective, because if we lose it, it could be a move. News in 17 minutes. Nice opening. Bulls control until proven otherwise. It's 8 points from the opening to the overnight to the London high. Seems like it would grab it this time. Then we want to see what happens there at the 35.25. Matched the RTH high. Is it failing once again to grab the overnight high? With a warning. Stop. Here, let's exit that. Let's exit all that. Get that on my face. 15 minutes to news.
Bigger picture. Single prints. Ranges.
Failure to get the overnight high again. I think if it comes back through the opening again, it'll be a nice push down. Order canceled. It wouldn't let me do it that big. Oh well. Let's try this. I'm going to put it there. I'm going to do a little experiment on this. Why wouldn't it do that? Let's see. Ordered canceled. Probably too many contracts. I don't think you can do that many. Let's go 50. I'm going to do a little experiment here. Can you do 50 contracts? Hmm. Well, there must be some kind of limit. Not enough funds to complete the order. Man, if you did 100 contracts, you must be up really nice in your Leap account. It won't let me do that many. I bet 20 is my max. 20. Yeah, my gut says we go back through the opening. Why won't it do that? Maybe I can't do a order like that. Huh. Very interesting. It wouldn't let me put an order to sell ES under the opening. Oh, well. We'll just stick with our plan down here. If it gets under the 16, comes back, I'll take it. We're entering a no trade zone by time because of news. The market is waiting for more information. So failure to get the overnight high still. Bulls are winning opening in VWAP and laddering. Nothing here I'm interested in, even on a stupid Leap account. Man, I hate these news releases 30 minutes after the opening. I feel like the first 30 minutes is a near waste. All right, trying again. And we'll see what it does off that 35. Looks like it matched the high, or a tick short. 31.25. Oh, that's, yeah, 31.25. What's the high of that? 31.25. It matched it. I'm just going to remove that line so you can see more clearly. 8 minutes to news. No trade zone by time. If you do trade here, small if at all. Didn't take the liquidity. It matched the high. It's the bulls to lose. The bulls are winning the opening, laddering VWAP right at the overnight half back with a very large 84 point overnight range, I think. Hmm. 7 minutes to news. Is it going to finally do it? Ah, it got it. Now let's see what happens at the 35.25. Eight-point candle. NQ is above yesterday's high. All right, coming up to the 35.25. Let's see what's going to happen here. Bulls control, control laddering, opening, VWAP. Let's see what happens off this level here. Three and a half minutes to news. No trades on by time. If you do trade, small if at all, be protective. Bulls win laddering, VWAP, opening. Next most important level for me, of course, is the next strong level, which is the bull bear line. Now, if price doesn't come in off of this level here, that proves the power of the bulls. I wouldn't be shorting above this, my humble opinion. We can use this 35 as an indicator of the strength of the bulls, my humble opinion. If there's going to be a move back in, this is a great spot for that to happen. I'm not predicting that. I'm just saying this is a spot that would most likely happen. Not trading at short, I can tell you that.
Stretch.
Oh, what a great idea, stretch.